What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Trendy Topics, where we discuss the latest in hip-hop and gossip. In today's video, we have a very interesting topic to speak about. 50 Cent basically exposed his son and also speaks about Tekashi 6IX9INE. But before I get into all of that, I need y'all to hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed. Also hit the thumbs up button, and I appreciate all the support that I'm getting on this channel. Alright, so as I was saying before, 50 Cent, he was doing an interview with Double XL, right? Y'all know everyone is doing interviews over Instagram. Now 50 Cent actually spoke on his son, and the things that he said is going to rub a lot of persons the wrong way, right? Even me kind of felt some type of way about what he was saying about his son. And to me, I don't think my son could ever do anything that much to let me feel the way how 50 Cent feels about his own flesh and blood. You know, 50 Cent doesn't even love his son anymore. And y'all see that Marquise, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correct, that's 50 Cent's first son. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of persons, when they have their first child, no matter how many more kids they have after that, they have a special place for their firstborn, right? But 50 Cent, he doesn't feel that way. But what I'm going to do, guys, is play some of the interview. And remember, he also spoke on Tekashi 6IX9INE, but I'm going to play that part a little later in the video. For now, we're going to be focusing on what 50 Cent said about his son. So, yeah, let's get into the video, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
is there any chance at a reconciliation between you and your son? Because a lot of people from the outside, the boy looked just like you.
that's
A lot of people from the outside think that situation is sad, man, that y'all can't come
yeah,
to something.
it is sad. It's a sad situation, right? And when you pray for success, you don't necessarily pray for the things that come with it, right? And there's no such thing as success without jealousy, without envy, or entitlement. And entitlement is growing in someone you love, in the scariest part, right? And his mom developed an entitlement that cannot be met. Filtering that energy through his actual personal interests. Let's say now that he's starting to like females, he's conscious of what kind of shoes he want to wear. I need these Jordans, the retro Jordans is coming, different things. And then his mother go, all right, I'll get them for you, but it just bothers me because you're supposed to have them all. So while being a privileged child, he feels deprived. When you had everything I didn't have. I can tell you how much my kids cost. In New York State, 1.360. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have an issue with paying the support fund. The reason why I'm the way I am with those kind of situations, I pay my support that year that the baby's born. Move the money to the account, let it, and it automatically disperses a certain amount of money per each month. So with him, I noticed over the years like it developed, because I blamed it on his mom for a long time. But it's not his mother, it's him. Like I've gone places where he was at and he left.
Fifth, you love your son?
I used to. You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back? You see, so in this experience, you look and you say, I didn't think success would cost me my firstborn, but it's the situation. It's like my grandfather would say, if rattled like a snake, if it slithered like a snake, is it a snake or do you need to be bit? Right? And that's the Aiken, South Carolina, and this the country, she'll say. And what he keeps saying is every time you see the boy, he's show up with somebody you got a problem with. What does that day? People will always try to make relationships on a common bond of disliking someone. Like, be friends with you because your enemy is my enemy.
Yeah. And
he sees himself that way. To the extent where he's actually taking pictures with Preem's son or doing different things that, and you go, well, I'm like, I don't even understand where your motivation comes from with these things, but.
Can you excuse any of that because of how young he is?
No, he's 23 years old, 24 years old. It's not a baby no more, it's a grown man. See, I look at you as you've grown, your decisions that you make as you start to pass what they would have did to us. They would have charged me like an adult at 15. So at 23, it's like you grown in my head. My homeboys, they had their babies at 15. At that point in the neighborhood.
So as you can hear, 50 Cent basically saying that he used to love his son. you know, to me, I gotta respect 50 Cent for being honest, because he could come on the interview and, you know, pretending like most rappers and saying, yeah, I still love my son, yada, 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 right? But also, what I don't really like is 50 Cent, I think he hardens his heart too much. You know, maybe he's afraid his son is going to take advantage of him. You know, I don't really know, guys, but I do not think I could feel that way about my son, no matter if he sees eye to eye with me or not, because that's my flesh and blood. And to make things even worse is that the dude looks just like 50 Cent. It's like a clone. You get what I'm saying? So while I think that 50 Cent and his son might need to go through some counseling to get, you know, to have a good relationship, then, you know, 50 Cent should even consider that. But he's saying that his son is big enough to make certain decisions now. Maybe even his son could reach out to him and say, Pops, you know, I'm sorry for what happened in the past, you know, yada, 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 and try to make a better relationship between him and his father. But I think that 50 Cent's son, Marquise, emulate him so much that I don't think he's going to make the first move. He might be just waiting for 50 Cent to actually come and say, you know, I'm your dad. I'm sorry for whatever you've been through in your life and stuff like that. Which, sadly, I don't think this relationship will ever work out, because both of them are stubborn. Both of them are waiting on each other to make the first move. But what do y'all think, guys? Do you think that 50 Cent, as the adult, right? Because he is the adult, he's the father. Do you think that he should make the first move to his son? Or do you think that, you know, his son, being that his mom used to tell him this and that about his father, his son should make the first move and say, look, Dad, I'm sorry for listening to Mom and doing certain things that she was saying, but you know that I was a child. It's kind of, you know, easy to manipulate me when I was a child. I don't know what he would say. I'm just kind of just freestyling as I go along. But to me, guys, this is very sad for 50 Cent and his son to be just bickering like that. Both of them are adults. You know, he's what, 24, whatever age. He's above 20. As a matter of fact, he's above 18. So he's old enough to make his own decision now. And I guess none of them wants to be around each other, which is quite sad, because they're going to get the same questions over and over. Why are you not talking to your father? 50 Cent is going to get asked, why are you not talking to your son? You get what I'm saying, guys? But leave your comments and let me know how y'all feel about this. And now I want to talk about 50 Cent speaking on 6ix9ine. So 50 Cent was asked if he think that 6ix9ine will be successful. And surprisingly, 50 Cent said, yes, 6ix9ine will be successful. And I definitely agree with 50 Cent. I think 6ix9ine will be successful. And the reason why he said that, he said because most persons who buy albums, who streams 6ix9ine music, they are not from the street. They are not into gang banging, you know, all that shit, which we know that most persons that really spend money on music, like fans, you know, they're not from the street. We just got to speak it as it is, right? The street persons, they would probably bootleg your music and stuff, while the persons who have the money, then they go out there, stream the music, put it on their iPad, put it on this, put it on that. You get what I'm saying, guys? But listen what 50 Cent had to say about 6ix9ine.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask you your opinion on this. I can't get a consensus from people about whether or not 6ix9ine is going to be able to be successful as a rapper after everything that he did.
I think he will be.
You think he will be successful?
Yeah.
You think that enough people, you think Tekashi 6ix9ine will be successful?
Yeah, I do. And the reason being is the guys that actually, look, lifestyle, the way they grew up, right? One second. The cities that they come from, the environments where they adjust to kind of the street codes, the street lifestyle, right? Yeah. So these guys, they're looking at it like, nah, he snitched on everybody. Can't do it that. No, I ain't fucking. Right now, the actual consumers of hip hop music are in Middle America. They need somebody to drive them to the mall on the weekend to find something. They can't even get in trouble unless you fucking with a deer in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that our culture, hip hop, allows them to go on safari. They allow them to understand the slang, get next to the animals and not be in danger, not hurt, like to understand everything that's going on, or we're going to slide on them. So all of this different shit that you hear in the music 24/7, that's representation of a whole almost a foreign energy to them. You know, and those people would look at it and say, you wanted me to do 40 years for guys that slept with my girlfriend and took my money and was going to hurt my mother? At that point, tell any kid that hasn't been exposed to the street that you're going to hurt his mother, mess with his girlfriend, and take his money. And he's going to say, fuck those people. I don't care. Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, man. So let me know if y'all agree with what 50 Cent is saying. I definitely think that Tekashi 6ix9ine will be successful. You know, he just got out of prison like about a month ago, or maybe a little bit less than a month. And he is allegedly worth 20 mil right about now. So he was making that bread while behind bars. So he's not one of those broke rappers that came out of prison and, you know, he needs all the support. Well, he still needs all the support because he's shooting a music video. And I think Tekashi will go live on Instagram this Friday. So if you're a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan, you can look out to see him on Instagram this Friday. But guys, let me know if y'all agree with what 50 Cent is saying. I definitely respect 50 as a man that speaks how he feels. You know, even though I might not agree with everything that he's saying, but I gotta salute the big homie for not being a hypocritical person. But as I say, guys, leave your comments, let me know how y'all feel. Also, remember to hit the notification bell after you subscribe to this channel. And if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, then what do you win on? Anyway, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.